You could take a guy like Canelo. This guy could do. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude.
You can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
Floyd Mayweather has shaken the boxing world once again, boldly calling out Terence Crawford right after Canelo Alvarez's most recent fight. With his unbeaten legacy and trademark swagger, Mayweather hinted he's willing to lace up the gloves for another blockbuster clash. The idea of the defensive genius facing Crawford, boxing's reigning pound-for-pound king, has ignited a storm of debate. Fans crave the spectacle, analysts dissect every angle, and the sport stands electrified. If this battle materializes, it could reshape boxing's modern era.
Let me ask you though, Canelo this week actually said something interesting. He goes that Crawford's a better fighter than Mayweather. Do you agree with that? Do you feel like he is?
I think he's more all-rounded in some ways, but Mayweather was so good at certain things that made him impossible to beat. He really stuck to his niche of style, where Crawford kind of tries to fight the more honest, I guess, exciting, traditional way, being there, just moving out the way, landing the shot, where Mayweather would have you dancing around him and chasing him and falling short and falling in and countering the life out of you, and knew and understood 10-9 rounds better than anyone else. You only have to win 7-10-9 rounds clear and you've won the fight as long as you don't get put down. And obviously he never really got put down. I know there's a few question marks, but for all intents and purposes never got put down, and he was the best, one of the best to ever do it. It's very hard to go a whole career undefeated.
Terence "Bud" Crawford etched his name deeper into boxing history by toppling Canelo Alvarez with a masterful unanimous decision on September 13, 2025, at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. In one of the year's most hyped clashes, Crawford fearlessly jumped 2 weight classes, bringing supreme confidence into the ring. Though Canelo carried natural size and trademark power, Crawford dictated every round with precision footwork, crisp combinations, and brilliant ring IQ. By neutralizing Canelo's strengths, Crawford emerged as the undisputed super middleweight champion, silencing doubters and shocking the boxing world.
What did you think? What did you think of the fight?
Man, I loved it, man. I loved the fight, man. I loved the fight. I did not know how it was going to go. I didn't think the weight was going to be a problem for Terence Crawford. I'm on record as saying I didn't think it was going to be a problem, but it stood to be seen. It needed to be seen, and I knew we would have known after the first, second, or third round. You feel what I'm saying? And when I seen how Canelo was respecting his jab and how Canelo was respecting his power from the very beginning, I knew how it was going to go. And I knew that Bud was only going to get stronger and get bolder and, start to wear him down, because Canelo is known to start to wear a little bit in the later round.
Everyone said that Crawford was not going to exchange tonight, and he traded with Canelo up close.
Man, Bud is the best, man. Bud is the best. I've been on wax and saying that, Bud. I've been on wax and saying that for a couple of years now. I bet against Bud on Spence. I bet against Bud on Porter. I didn't think that Bud was the best. I got to give it to him. Bud the best, right? He's hands down. He's the best. He's the best right now. I don't think nobody need to question him no more. I mean, you kind of got to give him his respect no matter what. You got to give him his respect. He just went up 2 weight classes what people said he couldn't do. He's doing everything that people say he can't do, and he is doing it with ease.
Break,
you got to respect that.
Break it down for me. How did he win that fight in the way you won it tonight?
He won the fight by gaining Canelo's respect. I think he was already in Canelo's head a little bit. I think that even though Canelo knew he was smaller and everything else, these fighters are still humans and they hear what the people are saying. Canelo was, Crawford was undefeated. Look at what he did to Spence. I mean, look at what he's doing to some of these people. So no matter what, I mean, you have to take that into consideration.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. proved once again that his boxing instincts are razor-sharp, backing Terence Crawford in the mega clash against Canelo Alvarez. While many labeled Crawford the underdog, Mayweather trusted his skills and dropped a bold $50,000 bet on him to win at plus 148 odds. When Crawford outclassed Canelo and claimed victory by unanimous decision, Mayweather's gamble turned into a massive $124,000 payout. Beyond the money, the move showcased Mayweather's unshakable belief in Crawford and his unmatched ability to read the fight game.
Check this out, guys. Floyd Money Mayweather just shared on social media that he bet $50,000 on Crawford to win, and he won $75,000 back. So Crawford made Mayweather $74,000. Most people that I talked to were betting on Canelo. A few people bet on Crawford. How much money did you win on Crawford? $200 here, $200 there. But most people that I know bet on Canelo. And we'll hear from Canelo. We're going to hear from Crawford. And I'll keep you guys posted. But right now, Floyd Money Mayweather bet on Crawford and make some money. What do you want to see Crawford do next? What do you want to see Canelo do next? Let me know. Definitely interesting developments here tonight. When I watched the fight live, I thought Canelo won. I think Canelo won. I have to watch it again, but with no audio, because I know the broadcasters were all against Canelo. They were all against him all week from the rivals. So I don't expect anything different.
Floyd Mayweather has left no doubt about his stance in boxing's pound-for-pound debate, boldly naming Terence Crawford the best fighter on the planet today. After Crawford's brilliant dismantling of Canelo Alvarez, Mayweather applauded his unmatched skill, sharp discipline, and dominance across multiple weight divisions. For Mayweather, true pound-for-pound greatness isn't just about belts, it's about proving superiority against elite opposition time and again. In his eyes, Crawford has achieved exactly that. By staying unbeaten while conquering world champions, Crawford has secured his throne as modern boxing's ultimate force and the man every fighter must chase.
Right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion. Something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as number 1.
Terence Crawford has long admired Floyd Mayweather, not only for his brilliance inside the ropes, but also for the way he built and protected his legacy outside of it. What began as respect has grown into a genuine connection, with Mayweather offering Crawford valuable tips and guidance along the way. Crawford doesn't just listen, he applies the wisdom, sharpening both his career and mindset. Their bond goes beyond boxing technique. It's rooted in ambition, legacy, and the rare understanding of what true greatness in this unforgiving sport demands.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, boss. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. I always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd. Nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Canelo Alvarez shocked the boxing world with a candid admission at a press conference, declaring, "I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather." The remark carried extra weight, considering Alvarez suffered his first professional loss to Mayweather back in 2013 at just 23 years old. Yet after witnessing Crawford's brilliance, Canelo acknowledged the difference. Crawford's masterclass against him displayed blinding hand speed, sharp footwork, and surgical precision across 12 rounds. Even after leaping 2 weight divisions, Crawford neutralized Alvarez's power with airtight defense and ruthless counterpunching, proving his dominance.
It's with Fight Hub TV right here in the middle.
Yeah.
Champ, first off, I want to thank you for the illustrious career that you have given us in the game. You've been a steadfast professional in the way that you conducted yourself, and I want to thank you on behalf of all of the boxing media.
Thank you, sir.
Number
it's my
2,
pleasure.
Champ, I wanted to ask you, this was a fight that we haven't seen from you before. We've never seen you have the sustained and prolonged frustration during the fight. Was there a point in time where you figured that this just wasn't going to be my night, and if you did, when did that happen?
No, I never thought that. I always try. All the rounds I try, but you need to accept it, right? Sometimes you cannot go, and I try all the rounds. I never think about that because, imagine. So I cannot think in that way. But I tried my best tonight.
And lastly for me, champ, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
The debate is hotter than ever. Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated legend who conquered Canelo in 2013, is now calling out Terence Crawford, the man who just dominated the same opponent in spectacular fashion. If this showdown ever happens, it could be one of the biggest fights in boxing history, blending Mayweather's legacy with Crawford's unstoppable momentum. But the question remains, should Floyd Mayweather return to the ring for one last mega fight, or should he let Crawford carry the torch into a new era? One thing is certain, the boxing world is buzzing. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to stay locked in for all the biggest updates in boxing.